Today I want to talk about 5 things you need to know ahead of Ohio State's Pro Day, and all that's coming up after the bumper.
Don't be cornering me. Hold up. Time. You gotta help me with that corner shit.
What's up, kid folk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. It's always college football related, sports related. We have a good time. Today I want to talk about 5 things I think you need to know for Ohio State's Pro Day, including what Ryan Day had to say about Justin Fields in the lead up to it. This is one of the most highly anticipated pro days of what people are calling Pro Day season, which is a term I could have gone my whole life without hearing. I don't really enjoy pro days. I don't enjoy pro days because NFL people and NFL fans want to show up as if they're discovering these kids for the first time, because they are. While you and I have been watching these kids at a minimum, at least for the last season, and in my case, mostly since 10th grade, 11th grade, but be that as it may. So Ohio State's Pro Day is going to be carried on Big Ten Network, on NFL Network, and on ESPN. Dan Patrick is on hand. Louis Riddick is on hand. And we're going to have lots to say about prospects named Justin Fields, but also these are the people who are participating in Ohio State's Pro Day. Tuff Borland, linebacker. Baron Browning, linebacker. Drew Chrisman. I'm actually interested in what a punter's Pro Day might look like. Jonathan Cooper, Wyatt Davis, Luke Farrell, Course Field, Blake Hobble, Jake Hossman, Justin Hilliard, CJ Saunders, Trey Sermon, Tommy Togiai, and Pete Werner. They're all scheduled to be there. So you needed to know that. Another thing that you need to know, I believe, is that the San Francisco 49ers are going to send a member of their front office to his pro day. But apparently Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch were taking in a lot of Mac Jones. And there's been a lot of discussion about Mac Jones being the guy that the 49ers traded from the 12th spot to the 3rd spot to go get. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, because you get Mac Jones at 12 if that is who you wanted. But if you think that you are going to lose out on getting Mac Jones, you trade into a position to get him. And then there's this idea floating that somebody might offer them something worthwhile for the 3rd pick. I don't see that either. I think you need to get out of the Jimmy Garoppolo business, and I think Justin Fields is the person that they are going to take. However, Zach Wilson might be there, as Fields might be taken by the New York Jets, though, and NFL scout told me, nah, man, 1 is going to be Trevor Lawrence, 2 is going to be Zach Wilson, and then we'll see about 3. The Falcons at 4 are very interesting because I think they need to take a quarterback. You can ride Matt Ryan for another year if you want to, but I don't think that is smart. Another thing you need to know is that if Justin Fields is taken in the 1st round, and he will be just the 3rd Ohio State quarterback selected in the 1st round since 1982, right? Art Schleicher went in 82, and then Dwayne Haskins went in 2019. And we have lots of data to show Ohio State quarterbacks in the NFL haven't been world beaters, right? JT Barrett was asked to play another position. It's not exactly a good look. Braxton Miller, same thing. It's not exactly a good look. The evil Ohio State fan tries to claim Joe Burrow, but the good Ohio State fan is like, yo, come on. That dude went to LSU, okay? For all intents and purposes. Also thinking about Craig Krenzel and what he wasn't, but, that's not what you traditionally go draft at Ohio State. You go looking for wide receivers, tailbacks, cornerbacks, defensive linemen, and linebackers every now and again, right? To say nothing of your offensive linemen. It's like everybody but the quarterback. So Fields carries a lot for Ohio State. You also need to know he went 20-2 as a starter, 5,373 yards passing, 63 touchdowns, 9 interceptions in 2 seasons. Took his team to the national championship game in January after they started their season in November. And now people only want to talk about the game he played against Northwestern. They don't want to talk about him working through reads at Penn State. They don't want to talk about him leading Ohio State, not just past Clemson, but dump trucking them, destroying Clemson. And he didn't play awfully against Alabama. They're just that damn good. And I think given the tools at his disposal, I don't know that you could have asked him to do a whole bunch more, right? We're talking about a dude that was outstanding, except for maybe 2 games. 1 game, really, right? Just 1 game, really. But I look at Justin Fields and I see a franchise quarterback for the next 10 years. And that's what you need to know, Ryan Day said. His quote via ESPN: whether he's ready made to be the number 1 pick in the NFL draft, that's up to them. Every team has to make their own decision, but I know this. Everything you invest in that kid, you're going to get back. It's just a matter of the fit. Someone's going to take a shot at him and here early in the draft, and they're going to have a franchise quarterback for a long, long time. I mean, that's money to me. And we know Ryan Day has experience in the NFL. We also know that Ryan Day's like one of the quarterback whisperers, and he's one of the rare head coaches that can pull off the play calling and the quarterback coaching, although he gives some of that to Corey Dennis, I understand, and be a head coach that can win a national championship. Like he's in that running. Like him, Jimbo Fisher, Lincoln Riley, those dudes I think are otherworldly because they're basically wearing 2 hats at a minimum, 3 hats sometimes. It's just awesome what they've been able to do with their quarterbacks and with those programs. So I'm going to watch Ohio State's Pro Day. We'll talk about it here probably later this evening. As you know, we upload here 11 a.m. Central Standard Time most of the time. And, of course, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time most of the time. All right, that's it for me. Deuces.